Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I will be continuing on the series on how to solve problems on indices or exponents. But before we continue, I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel, like the video, share the link with your friends, and also please remember to click on the notification button. Thank you very much for your support. All right, let's get started. All right, so over here we have a couple of questions we'll be working on, and we shall be taking them one after the other. All right, the question says simplify the following expressions using one or more of the index laws. All right, so we're going to start with question A. All right, question A, we have 4 times b squared times 3b exponent 3. All right, so now the first thing is to rewrite them in this form: 4 times 2 times b exponent 2 times b exponent 3. And now you can simply multiply this directly. 4 times 2, that's going to give you 8. So we have 8 times, and then as for this, we have 4 squared times b squared times b to the third power. So you must recognize that you are multiplying, so you have to apply the multiplication law to this. So we keep the base, which is b, and then add the exponent, which is 2 plus 3. So that will become 8 times b exponent 5. So 8 times b exponent 5, that gives you 8b exponent 5. So this is your final answer to this question. I hope this makes some sense. Question B, we have a exponent 6 times b exponent 3 over a exponent 4 times b exponent 1. So make this exponent 1. All right, so now you can first of all split them into a exponent 6 over a exponent 4 times, let's use a dot multiplication this time, b exponent 3 over b exponent 1. So if we apply the division rule to this will become, so we have to keep the base, which is a, and then subtract the exponent of the denominator, which is 4. Subtract this from the exponent of the numerator, which is 6. So we have 6 minus 4 times, we are using a dot multiplication. So b, we apply the same to this. So this will become b exponent 3 minus 1. So this will be equal, 6 minus 4 is 2. So a exponent 2 times b exponent 3 minus 1 is 2. Good. So a exponent 2 times b exponent 2. So that gives you a squared b squared. Final answer. All right. I hope this makes some sense. All right. Question C. We have 3ab squared times 2aq. So we can rewrite this as 3 times 2 times a. We can just simply put 1 here, exponent 1 times a exponent 3, and then times b exponent 2, or b squared. So now we can just multiply this, and that is going to give us 6. So 3 times 2, 6. Okay, and then we also have a exponent 1 times a exponent 3. So we have to apply the multiplication rule to this, and so we just need to add the exponent, keep the base, which is a, okay, times b exponent 2, or b squared. So automatically this is going to give us 6 1 plus 3 is 4. So 6a exponent 4b squared. So this is the final answer to this question. I hope this makes some sense. All right, let's move on to the next one. Question D, we have 5x cubed y squared over 15xy. So just rewrite them individually. So 5 over 15, and let's use dot multiplication times x to the third power over x times y squared over y. So now 5 into 5 is going to give us 1, and 15 divided by 5 is 3. So this is going to give us 1 over 3. So over here we have, we can apply the division rule to this. So this is like x to the power of 1. So keep the base, which is x, and then subtract the exponent of the denominator from that of the numerator. So this will become 3 minus 1 times, do the same to this, to y. So do the same here. So this will become y exponent 2. So you have 1 here minus 1. So this will be equal 1 over 3 times 3 minus 1 is going to give us 2. So x squared, and y minus 2 minus 1 is a 1. So times y exponent 1, which is finally, you can simply write this as x squared y over 3. Final answer. I hope this makes some sense. All right, let's move on to the next one. Question E. We have a squared over 5b parenthesis exponent 3. So what we are going to do, you can just write this in this form as a exponent 2 over 5. Make this 5 exponent 1 and b exponent 1 as well. Okay, exponent 3. So next is to distribute this 3, use it to multiply these 2, and at the same time use it to multiply this one that we have here, and also use it to multiply this one that we have here. So now this will become 3 times 2 is 6, so this will become a exponent 6 over 5. So 3 times 1 going to give you 3, and 3 times 1 again, that's going to give you 3. So as for 5 exponent 3, that's going to give us 125. So finally, you're going to have a exponent 6 over 105 b cubed. Final answer. Does it make sense? I hope it does. All right, let's move on to the next question. Question F. 24t to the 6th power arrow to the 4th power over 15t exponent 6 arrow squared. So just separate them. This will become 24 over 15. Let's use dot multiplication. T exponent 6 over t exponent 6 dot multiplication arrow exponent 4 over arrow squared. So now let's try and simplify this. So what number can go through 24 and 15? So 3 into this is going to give us 8, and 3 into this is going to give us 5. So this will be equal 8 over 5 times, a number divided by itself is actually 1. So this is 1 times. So let's use the division rule for this arrow. So we are going to keep the base, which is arrow, and then this is squared, or 2. Why this is 4? So it will be 4 minus 2 using the division rule. So keep the base, which is arrow, then 4 minus 2. So this will be equal 8 over 5 times 1, okay, times arrow squared, okay, so which is equal 8 arrow squared over 5. Final answer. I hope this makes some sense. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, question G, we have 4c cubed d squared in parentheses over c squared d. All right, so I think we have a square here. Okay, good. So you can rewrite this as 4 exponent 1 c exponent 3 d squared over c exponent 2 d exponent 1. And then next is to distribute these two into each of them. Distribute the 2 into them. Okay, and you do the same for the denominator. So automatically this will become 2 times 1, this will become 4 squared c to the power of 6 d to the power of 4. That's 2 times 2 gives you 4 over. So you can also use these two to multiply these two you have here. Okay, so that's going to give us c to the 4th power, and then also use the 2 to multiply this 1 that we have here, giving us d squared. So 4 squared is 16, so you just change this to 16 c to the 6th power d to the 4th power over c to the 4th power and d squared. So this is now your final answer to this question. I hope this is very clear to you. Okay, let's move on. Question H, we have 10k to the 7th power over 2k in parentheses to the 5th power. So just rewrite this as 10k to the 7th power over 2. So just write 1 here, k to the power of 1 and 5. So now you can distribute this 5 into this and this. All right, so when you do that, this will become 10k to the 7th power over 2 to the 5th power k to the 5th power. So this will be equal 10k to the 7th power over 2 to the 5th power is 32. So this will become 32k to the 5th power. So you can separate them into 10 over 32 times k to the 7th power over k to the 5th power. So at this point, we can simplify this. 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 32 divided by 2, that's going to give us 16. So we are through with this now. We also need to focus on this. So this will be equal 5 over 16, and if we apply the division rule to this, we have to subtract 5 from 7 and keep the base, which is k. So just write k here, 7 minus 5, and this will be equal 5 over 16 k squared. Okay, so you can end it here or just simply write it as 5 times k squared, 5 times k squared over 16. Final answer to this question. I hope this makes some sense. All right, let's proceed. All right, so that was the last question in this set. So let's quickly move on to the next. All right, so in this set of questions, we are asked to simplify giving our answer in simplest rational form. So question A, we have 3 exponent 0. So any number to exponent 0 is 1. And question B, we have 6 exponent negative 1. So when you have a negative exponent, you can change negative exponent to a positive exponent by just making that number a fraction. So this will become 1 over 6 exponent 1. Okay, so 6 exponent 1 is the same thing as 1 over 6. All right, so question C, the same thing. Just change negative exponent to positive by making it a fraction, 1 over 4 exponent 1. And then question 5, this will become 1. Any number to the 0 exponent is 1. And question E, 4 squared is 16. Question F, this will be 1 over 4 exponent 2, which is 1 over 16. I hope it's making sense. Then this is 5 exponent 3 is 125. Sorry, 125. And 25. So if you now have 5 exponent negative 3, so you can simply write that as 1 over 5 exponent 3. Just change the negative exponent to positive by making it a fraction, and this will become 1 over 125. So that's question H. All right, so question I. We have 7 squared. 7 squared is equals to 49. And so when you have the reciprocal of that, which is 7 exponent negative 2, you simply change that to a positive exponent by making it 1 over 7 squared, and that will become 1 over 49. And then we also have 10, question K, 10 cube, which is 1000. Okay, so you can also see that we have the reciprocal of that, which is 10. So this question, 10 exponent negative 3, simply change that to fraction and make the negative exponent positive. So, and this will become 1 over 1000. Good. So that is it for this set of questions. It's just something that you just need to get yourself familiarized. The 0 exponent, the negative exponent. So, all right, so let's quickly move on to the next one. I hope this makes some sense. All right, simplify giving your answer in simplest rational form. So we have 1/2 parentheses exponent 0. Any number to the exponent of 0 is 1. Okay, and here we have 4 exponent 4, 5 exponent 4 divided by 5 exponent 4. A number divided by 7 is 1. But if you want to also solve it the other way, this will become 5 exponent 4 minus 4. So this will give you 5 exponent 0, and that is also 1. So any of them is okay. All right, so over here you can see that the 0 exponent is on t. So it means that this will be 2 times t exponent 0. So t exponent 0 is 1. So this will become 2 times 1, and that is what? 2. Good. So over here you can see that both t, the 2, question D, the 2 and t both are in the parentheses. So like I used to say, you can place 1 on each of them and then distribute the 2. Or because they are enclosed in the parentheses, it means that the 0 is affecting both of them. So automatically this is equal 1. all right, is equal 1, because that is 2 exponent 0, t exponent 0, so both is 1. All right, so question E, exponent 0 is 1. And here, 4 exponent 0 is 1, so 3 times 1 is 3. So this will be 3 times 1, and that is what? 3. And the next one, we have, over here, we have 5 exponent 3. Okay, so you can see that you are dividing, applying the division rule. It means that 5 exponent 3 minus 5. So this is going to give you 5 exponent negative 2. So you can change the negative exponent to a positive exponent by simply making it a fraction, 1 over 5 exponent 2, and that is going to give you 1 over 25. I hope this is clear. All right, so let me quickly clean up this. Okay, so question H, we have 2 exponent 6, 2 exponent 6 over 2 exponent 10. So you can just do 2 exponent 6 minus 10. So this is going to give you 2 exponent negative 4. And that will be equal. You change the negative exponent to a positive exponent by making it a fraction, 1 over 2 exponent 4. And that will be equal 1 over 16. So that is the answer to this question. I hope that is clear to you. All right, so let's quickly move on to the next one. That is question H. So let's move on to question I. So question I, we have x exponent 4 minus 9. So this will be x exponent negative 5. And you can change this to a positive exponent by making it a fraction, 1 over x exponent 5, your final answer. All right, question J. We already have a negative exponent. So whenever you have a negative exponent and you have a number in a parenthesis and it's a fraction, it's not a whole number. What is a fraction? All you have to do is to switch. Let the denominator become the numerator and let the numerator becomes the denominator and change the negative exponent to positive. So this will become 8 over 3. So now the exponent becomes positive. Just switch the numerator to denominator and denominator to numerator. All right. So that is it for question J. So let's move on to question K. Okay, do the same here. Switch 3 up and switch 2 down and change the negative exponent to positive. So this will become 3 over 2. So exponent 1. The reason I'm writing 1 there is that there are times that the exponent may be greater than 1. So you don't ignore it. Always write it now as positive. All right. So question L. So we have 1 over 5 exponent negative 1. So like I said, switch it. So this will become 5 over 1. Okay. Exponent 1. And 5 over 1 is the same thing as 5. Exponent 1. And so your final answer there is 5. All right. So let's move on to question M. Question M, we have 2 exponent 0 plus 2 exponent 1. So this is just some like 2 exponent 0 is 1 plus 2 exponent 1 is 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So your answer here is 3. So take note that this is addition. You have an addition here. So don't add the exponent because you only add up the exponent when you are multiplying. All right. So I hope that is clear. So over here, question N, you can see 5 exponent 0 minus 5 exponent negative 1. So this will be 5 exponent 0 is 1 minus. So this negative exponent, we can change it to positive by making this a fraction. Okay, so this will become 1 over 5 exponent 1. Okay, and you know a number to exponent 1 is the same as the number. So this will be equal 1 minus 1 over 5. And so if you do this calculation, this will be equals to 4 over 5. But if you want to go into details on how you can generate this 4 over 5, then we have to write it this way. We started from here. Okay, so from here, so this will be 1 minus 1 over 5. So just make this a fraction. 1 over 1 is 1. So now we need to find the common denominator. So multiply this by 5. Multiply the numerator by 5 and also multiply the denominator by 5. So this will be 5 over 5 minus 1 over 5. Once you have the same number at the bottom, or you have a common denominator, then you have to write it 5 minus 1 over a single denominator, which will now give you 4 over 5. So this is it for this question. I hope it is clear. This is just a slight deviation from the main topic, but yeah, I just want to show you how we got 4 over 5. All right, so next we have question O. So 3 exponent 0 is 1 plus 3 exponent 1 is 3 minus 3 exponent negative 1. We can change that to a fraction, a positive exponent. So we make it a fraction, 1 over 3 exponent 1. So which is the same as 1 plus 3 plus 1 over 3, which is now equal 4 plus 1 over 3. So when you have a whole number plus the fraction, just write a whole number and the fraction for whole number 1 over 3. And if you want to go into more details on this, then you make this 4 over 1. So this will be 4 over 1 plus 1 over 3. So we need to find the common denominator by simply multiplying this by 3 and also multiplying the denominator by 3. So this is going to give us 3 times 4 is 12. So we're going to have 12 over 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 over 3. So now write this as a single denominator. So this will be 3 over 12 plus 1, which is 13 over 3. So how many times can 3 go into 13? 4 times. So 4 remainder word 1. For whole number 1 over 3. So you can see that both answers are the same. Both answers are the same. Good. All right. So this is just a slight deviation, but it's good you understand the concept. All right. So let's quickly move on to the next one. So question P, we have 1 over 3 exponent negative 2. So we simply change this to positive exponent by taking the reciprocal of 1 over 3. And so that will become 3 over 1. And then you keep the exponent is now positive. So 3 over 1 is the same thing as 3. So we have 3 squared. And then the final answer is 9. Great. All right. So let's move on to question Q. Question Q, we have 2 over 3 exponent negative 3. So just take the reciprocal of 2 over 3, and that becomes 3 over 2. And then change the exponent to positive. And so now distribute this 3 into, so make this 3 exponent 1, 2 exponent 1. So 3 times each of those, each of the 1, that's going to give you 3 exponent 3 over 2 exponent 3. So this will become 27 over 8. All right, so you can leave your answer at this point, but if you want to change it to mixed fraction, this will become 3 whole number 3 over 8. 3 whole number 3 over 8. Yeah, so that is the answer to this question. I hope it makes some sense. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Question R, we have 1 whole number, 1/2, exponent -3. So first we change this 1/2 into improper fraction, and so this will become 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1, 3. So we have 3 over 2 exponent -3. So now we want to change the exponent to a positive exponent by just taking the reciprocal of 3 over 2. So that will become 2 over 3. So now you can change the negative exponent to positive. So this will become, so now you can simply distribute the exponent into this, giving you 2 exponent 3 over 3 exponent 3. So this will be 8 over 27. Final answer to this question. Question S. So we have 4 over 5 exponent -2. So we take the reciprocal of 4 over 5, and that will become 5 over 2. 5 over 4 rather. 5 over 4. Exponent 2. So this will become 5 squared over 4 squared, which is 25 over 16. So you want to make this a mixed fraction. Then you have 1 whole number, 9 over 16. Final answer to this question. I hope it makes some sense. So finally, we have 2 whole number 1 over 2 exponent -2. So let's change the mixed fraction to improper fraction, and that's going to give us 5 over 2. All we did is that we used 2 to multiply. 2 times 2, 4, and then plus 1, 5. So 5 over 2 exponent -2. So now we want to make the negative exponent to a positive exponent. So we take the reciprocal of 5 over 2, and that becomes 2 over 5. Exponent 2. This is 2. All right. So now this will become 2 squared over 5 squared. So 2 squared is 4 over 5 squared, which is 25. Good. So this is now the final answer to this question. I hope this makes some sense. So please, if you find this video useful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, send your comment if you have any, and I will appreciate if you also click on the notification button so that whenever I upload any new content, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you very much for your support. I'm looking forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye-bye.